success, it does eventually stop. The music stops. Everything stops. And
if you're not okay with yourself, that can be brutal.
Well, and I was thinking about that too. Like, you can live a good long life, but you're ultimately going to say goodbye to this avatar.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to say goodbye to this avatar. You're going to say goodbye to this thing that this thing that I work on, that I try to preserve. I do jujitsu so I can teach my son, and we wrestle, and then I want to be 60 but able to fight somebody. You know, I like that I can grab a 21-year-old kid now who doesn't know what he's doing and fuck
his ass.
You know what I mean? Do whatever I want to him. No, wait, hold on.
Right?
What? No, that's not what I was going to say.
Okay. Sorry.
I was going to say kick his ass.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, not
my bad.
Kick his ass.
Rewind.
Fuck his ass. Yeah, you got to say kick.
Kick. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you have a boner?
Lick his ass?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But you're going to say goodbye to this. It all goes away. And I think about that too. I was thinking about that. That's a really good practice. Like, just practice observing this cloud of sensation that needs food, that needs validation, that needs love and warmth and all that. Just practice observing, and then realize that observer is going to watch this thing burn away.
It's hard to do, and this.
That's right, man.
And it was
something he's never really had a time to do either. Like, he's never really. I talked to Dennis Miller. I did his show, and he
come do my show, babe.
He was hosting for Larry King Live, and I said, "What are you going to do?" And he goes, "I'm going to get out and I'm going to go to Europe and stuff." He goes, I'm 65 or whatever he was. He goes, "I haven't done anything. I've been on the inside of a studio. I haven't seen the world. Yeah. I want to go out there and see like the things I haven't seen. I've been working." And and by the way, when you're in Hollywood and that's all you've done, man, it's not great.
People misunderstand that, and I misunderstood that, and took some real studs to set me straight. And because you want it so bad, I'm sure when you're a young man, you're dreaming of growing and being a performer. Like, I'm a failed rock star. I always dreamed of like being Trent Reznor or being Chris Cornell or something, And then I fell into an industry where I got to bump elbows with those guys.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a performer in that regard, but I was working at the most important rock radio station. That's not Chris
even really,
Cornell,
and it wasn't enough for Chris Cornell.
It wasn't an argument. Like, I was at the time in terrestrial radio. That was the most powerful play. It was MTV and K-Rock LA was the most kind of,
and you were around all those guys.
And so I got a chance to not only to be around them, but then like off the air or at like these concert festivals, I'd see Tom DeLonge backstage and I'd be like, "Hey dude, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey Mike." And it was I felt very fortunate, I'd get, and having people say like, I've toured the world 14 times. He's like, "I haven't seen anything though." Yeah. He's like, being in a bus or being on a plane. It's cool. And packing arenas. I love that. I wanted to do it since I was a little kid, but I want to go live. Like, I'm not living.
Like, so because I speak a little French, thank you. I remember being 22, 23, and I had some French friends in DC, and I'm hanging out in Paris with my friends, playing soccer with a tiny ball in the fucking piazza.
Yeah.
Laughing, drinking, going to a bar, drinking too much, having sex with some beautiful French girl because I met her and she liked my accent.
French girl?
Whatever. Mm. Yes. French guy. Maybe it was a French guy.
Okay.
Who knows? When I was younger, you know what I mean? It's college shit. Long hair, big tits, huge dick. And and you're doing that. So those are the memories, man. It's actually not working on a set.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Don't get me wrong.
It's the shit of going to like my friend's wedding in Saint-Tropez and just all that unfolded from that. Or those are the times that you just laugh the most. That's the shit, I don't know. I find that if you gave me a lot of money, I might disappear and do just that. Nick Nolte, my buddy, was doing a movie with him. They were trying to get a movie off the ground. Well, they did a movie with him. And they were talking to him, and he's in his sprawling estate that he bought off of somebody who was in the Eagles, I think. Can't remember. Beautiful place. Got burned down, by the way. And he said, "You guys want some plums? You guys eat lunch?" And they're like, "No." And he goes, "Okay, you want some plums?" And he goes running through the sprinklers and grabs a bunch of plums off his tree and comes back with his shirt full of plums. And he's like, here you go, here you go. And there's something about that life where it's just like, I'm going to go eat plums in my garden and do nothing else. I haven't done that since I was 25.
And far be it from me to point fingers at anybody who doesn't want to be a star or want to be important or have success. I get that.
Yeah.
That's not what but you realize very quickly.
Well, it may not be success.
And also there's a real, especially I think with entertainers in particular, even more so than athletes, there's a real good chance that you can see massive amounts of success and be fucking miserable, like genuinely empty.
See it all the time.
You feel very empty.
You see it all the time because you're doing something that's not saying anything, but that's popular. There's also that, right? Chim, what do you got? You got anything for us to go through?
You guys want to see?
My God, Callen is a buzzkill. So Schaub isn't there. He's in LA. Him and his wife flew their coach and lied and said they flew first class and got caught lying. So pathetic. But Callen actually came in and did an episode without Schaub. They had Mike Catheter in his wood there. And yeah, Callen really just depressed everyone. Now I see what Schaub is talking about when he's like, oh my God, Callen is always bitching and complaining. We get it. You got canceled. Your career's over. Tickets are now $10. Yo, that is so sad. See, he's running into the problem Schaub ran into. Schaub had to quit stand-up comedy because he couldn't sell tickets. And now Callen is starting to run into this problem as well. And Schaub is going to do Callen dirty. Because, like, this episode of The Fighter and the Kid, since Schaub isn't on it, he's not going to buy the bots for this episode. So this episode, views-wise, is going to get nowhere near what a regular Fighter and the Kid episode gets because they buy bot views. Just go to any episode, hit newest comments, and then go down to the first ones, and it'll be great, amazing content. Just straight bot views and comments. So sad, so pathetic. But, I mean, Callen just bitching and bragging. You can't bitch and brag. I was in France. I was on the set. I was at my friend's wedding in San Tropez. But yeah, I'm still miserable. Ugh. My God, cry me a river, Argentina. Now I see why Schaub gets so depressed being around Callen. I mean, it's one thing that Schaub is going completely broke, but then have Callen, who probably only hits him up when he's like, hey, you got my 25 grand? So once a month, because I guarantee you Schaub fucking probably doesn't send that until Callen texts him about it. It's probably not an automatic thing because Schaub is just paying him. But, I mean, I'm shocked Callen actually did come in and do this episode by himself. He had to come in to the fucking garage studio. Ugh. I'm surprised Callen just didn't do it at the studio he uses. Because Callen uses a different studio when he does his podcast that's in Austin. He probably doesn't want, like, Chin and Schaub knowing where it is, though. Especially Chin. Because Chin would never leave. Because Chin is stuck in this shithole studio that Schaub bought. I wonder why they're still in there, though. Because according to Schaub, he signed the biggest deal ever. Yet keeps downgrading and has to fly coach and lie about flying first class. Sad and pathetic and rinks. Oof. Yeah. Did you make that French girl your girlfriend too, like you did the Tigerman? I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.